Hello friends, welcome to our channel Indian Pharma Guide. And today's topic, impact of pharmacogenomics in clinical trials. Impact of pharmacogenomics in clinical trials. First one, introduction. In this, genome plays a major role in drug response. Pharmacogenomics mainly focuses to investigate the genetic basis of inter-individual differences in drug responses, that's including efficacy and safety. It deals with the influence of genetic variations on drug response by correlating gene expression or polymorphism with a drug's efficacy or toxicity. Next one, a new model of clinical trials. To develop a drug, pharmacogenomics plays a major role to reduce the time and money required. The ability to predict a drug efficacy by genotyping participants during the early stages of clinical trials for a drug would enable the researchers to recruit for lateral trials on those patients who, according to their genotype, are likely to benefit from the drug. As a result, clinical trials could become smaller, cheaper, and faster to run. A group that reflects the diversity of the population yields information on how a drug will behave in a greater number of people. If the clinical trial group is smaller, there is a greater risk that some side effects will go undetected. A step towards advancing clinical trials. Our body has millions of genes. Testing of drug gene is called as a pharmacogenomics. Pharmacogenomic testing is a step towards advancing clinical trials, new product development, and clinical practice. It permits drugs to be made for individual and studied as per generic makeup because some genes are responsible for drug effect. Ethical and legal implications of pharmacogenomics. Pharmacogenomics is the application of genomics technology to the discovery and development of drugs. A greater understanding of the way in which individuals with a particular genotype respond to a drug allows the manufacturers to identify population subgroups that will benefit most from a particular drug. Clinical advantages of pharmacogenomics in clinical trials. The purpose of this study is to clarify the benefit and loss for the pharmaceutical companies when they adopt introducing pharmacogenomics in their clinical trials, that is, when they use the generic information in their clinical trials. Limitations of pharmacogenomics in clinical trials. One single test cannot serve the purpose for all. Pharmacogenomic testing is not currently available for all medications, and it is expensive and time-consuming to do such testing. Drug response is also affected by interacting genetic and environmental factors. Drugs that are mainly used for pharmacogenomics in clinical trials: abacavir for infectious diseases, arsenic trioxide for oncology, ascorbic acid for gastroenterology, azathioprine for rheumatology, aripiprazole for psychiatry. That's all about impact of pharmacogenomics in clinical trials, and please subscribe our channel for more interesting videos related to pharmacy.